If you feel numbness in your feet, you might think it's just old age, but it's actually a specific vitamin deficiency that creates sugar rust inside your nerves. Today, I'm showing you the 3 vitamins you're missing and how to fix it fast. Think about that tingling sensation you get when your foot falls asleep. Now, imagine that feeling never truly going away. For millions of seniors across the U.S., this isn't a temporary annoyance, it's a daily reality. You wake up at 2 a.m., your feet feel like they're buzzing or burning, and you're told by friends or even some doctors that it's just what happens when you turn 65. I'm here to tell you that's a dangerous myth. Your nerves aren't expiring like a gallon of milk, they are being corroded. In our previous videos, we looked at how high blood sugar acts like a corrosive agent, what I call sugar rust, that eats away at your nerve endings. Specifically, in my last video, we talked about the 3 foods that melt nerve insulation and how those common American diet staples are destroying your internal wiring. But here is the missing piece of the puzzle. Even if you cut out the bad foods, your nerves cannot repair themselves if they don't have the building blocks to fix the damage. Today, we are looking at the specific vitamin deficiencies that leave your nerves wide open to sugar rust. If you've been feeling like you're walking on cotton balls or needles, stay tuned because in about 5 minutes I'm going to reveal one specific supervitamin that most standard multivitamins actually leave out, yet it's the only one that can penetrate the nerve's protective barrier. You might be wondering, how can I have a deficiency? I eat well. I take a multivitamin from the pharmacy. In the United States, we have a unique problem. We are the most overfed but undernourished population in history. As we cross the age of 60, our digestive system undergoes a massive shift. A condition called hypochlorhydria, which is just a fancy way of saying low stomach acid, becomes incredibly common. Why does stomach acid matter for your feet? Because stomach acid is the key that unlocks vitamins like B12 from the proteins you eat. If you don't have enough acid, you could eat a $50 steak and your body wouldn't get a single microgram of the nerve-saving nutrients inside it. Furthermore, many Americans are on PPIs or proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux. While these stop the burn in your throat, they essentially shut down your nerve repair factory. When your nerves don't get these nutrients, they become brittle. They lose their wax coating, allowing high blood sugar to create that orange, crusty sugar rust on your nerve fibers. By the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how to bypass this digestive bottleneck so the vitamins actually reach your toes. The first vitamin you are likely missing is vitamin B12, specifically the active form. In the medical world, B12 is the general of your nerve army. Its primary job is to maintain the myelin sheath. Think of your nerves like the electrical wiring in your home. The copper wire is the nerve, and the rubber insulation is the myelin. If that rubber cracks or melts, you get a short circuit. In your body, a short circuit feels like a sharp electric shock or total numbness. The problem: most seniors in the U.S. are tested for B12, and their doctor says, "You're in the normal range." But here's the catch: the U.S. normal range is often too low for nerve repair. If you are at the bottom of the normal bracket, your brain might function fine, but your feet, the furthest point from your heart, are the first to starve. The solution: you must stop using the cheap synthetic version found in most big box store supplements called cyanocobalamin. Your body has to work too hard to convert it. Instead, look for methylcobalamin. This is the pre-activated form. It's like buying pre-cut firewood instead of a whole log. Your body can burn it for energy immediately to start rebuilding that nerve insulation. If B12 is the shield, then vitamin B6 and folate are the scrubbers. Here is the secret: your nerves don't just sit there, they are surrounded by tiny microscopic blood vessels called the vasa nervorum. These vessels feed your nerves oxygen. When you are deficient in B6 or folate, a toxic byproduct called homocysteine builds up in your blood. In the US, high homocysteine is a silent killer for nerves. It acts like sludge in your pipes, narrowing those tiny vessels until no blood can reach your feet. The problem: when blood can't reach the nerve begins to suffocate. This is why your feet might feel cold even when the heater is on, or why they turn a dark, dusky color. The sugar rust is winning because there's no blood flow to wash the toxins away. The solution: you need the bioactive forms. Look for P5P for B6 and L-methylfolate for folate. Unlike the cheap folic acid added to white bread and cereal, L-methylfolate can actually cross the blood-brain barrier and get deep into your peripheral nervous system to scrub away the homocysteine sludge. We are about to get to the third vitamin, which is the most important one for stopping sugar rust. But before we do, I want to give you a quick update. In about 3 minutes, I'm going to reveal a simple test you can do at home with a common household object to see exactly how much nerve damage has occurred. But first, let's talk about the vitamin that 90% of seniors are missing. This is the big one. If you have sugar rust, you are almost certainly deficient in vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. Thiamine is the engine that allows your cells to process sugar. If you don't have enough B1, the sugar in your blood doesn't turn into energy, it turns into a poison called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs are the literal rust that melts your nerves. The problem: standard vitamin B1 is water-soluble. This means if you take it as a supplement, you just pee it out 30 minutes later. It never makes it down to your feet. The solution: you need the fat-soluble version called benfotiamine. Because your nerve coatings are made of fat, benfotiamine can hitch a ride through the fatty tissues and deliver the medicine directly into the nerve cell. In US clinical trials, benfotiamine has been shown to be 3.6 times more effective at reaching the nerves than standard thiamine. It creates an iron dome around your nerves, preventing the sugar in your blood from ever turning into rust. This is the single most important supplement for anyone over 60 dealing with foot numbness. How do you know if these vitamins are working? Most people wait for the numbness to go away, but that can take weeks. Here is a quicker way to check your nerve health: the cold spoon test. Take a regular metal soup spoon and place it in the freezer for 5 minutes. Take it out and touch it to your cheek to feel the intensity of the cold. Now touch that same cold metal to the top of your foot and your big toe. If the metal feels less cold or just blunt on your foot compared to your face, your thermal nerves are currently being eaten by sugar rust. As you start the protocol I'm about to give you, perform this test once a week. When the metal starts feeling sharply cold on your feet again, you know the vitamins are rebuilding your connections. Let's put this all together into a plan you can use today. To stop the sugar rust and reverse the numbness, you need to address the 3 pillars of nerve health. 1. The absorption fix. If you are on acid-blocking meds, talk to your doctor about natural alternatives like apple cider vinegar before meals. This helps lower the pH of your stomach so you can actually absorb the nutrients you're buying. 2. The active trio. Go to your local health food store or look online for a nerve support complex. Ensure it specifically contains methylcobalamin, P5P, and benfotiamine. 3. The dosage. For seniors in the US, many practitioners suggest 300 to 600 milligrams of benfotiamine daily to see real results. Again, check with your primary care provider, but don't settle for the tiny amounts found in a standard 1-a-day multivitamin. Those are for healthy 20-year-olds, not seniors trying to reverse nerve damage. Here is a warning most people won't tell you. About 7 to 10 days after you start this nerve-saving vitamin protocol, your feet might actually feel more sensitive. You might feel zaps, fizzing, or even a slight increase in tingling. Don't quit. This is actually a great sign. It's called reinnervation. It means the sugar rust is being cleared away and the nerves are starting to fire for the first time in years. It's like a limb that has been asleep for a long time, finally waking up. It's uncomfortable at first, but it means the blood and the electricity are returning. Your feet aren't numb because you're old. They are numb because they are starving for specific nutrients that can no longer reach them through the sugar rust barrier. By using methylcobalamin, P5P, and benfotiamine, you are giving your body the specialized tools it needs to rebuild the myelin sheath and restore the connection between your brain and your toes. But remember, vitamins are only half the battle. If you are still eating the foods that caused the rust in the first place, you're just treading water.
That's why your next step is crucial. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to watch my video on the 3 foods that melt nerve insulation. Combining that diet knowledge with these vitamins is the 1-2 punch that can help you get your mobility and your sleep back.
If this helped you understand your health better, please hit the like button and subscribe to join our community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.